Welcome to the SolidCAM University channel. In this lesson 5, I'll be showing you how to do a drilling operation inside SolidCAM. So you can see from our previous lessons, we have our face mill, profile, pocket, and now let's go ahead and do our drilling operation. So we'll go ahead and click on drilling. Now a couple different ways of defining our geometry. We'll go ahead and click new. And first thing we can do is we can individually click on each hole that we would like to do. So it's simple as clicking inside there and it will grab our data. Now let me go ahead and cancel that, and I'm going to show you a different way. So another way of going about it is it will grab it off of by faces. So if I just click on the top of that face right there, it will grab the drill holes off that face as well. So there's a second way. Now one other way, I'll go ahead and cancel this here, that I really like to use if we had multiple different holes on that same level is we can use our SolidWorks feature tree. So what I can do in here is come in and go down to where my holes are, and I can just click on there and it will find all those 8mm holes right there for me. Go ahead and hit the green check mark to tell it that that's the geometry that we'd like to cut. Now for our tool, go ahead and hit select. And for this particular one, I'm going to be running an 8mm drill bit. We'll go ahead and accept that. As well as I've talked about previous, we can set our feeds and speeds. So we got our feed rate over here, spindle RPM. If we would like to run coolant with this particular operation. And now we can hop over to our levels. So with the SolidCAM, it is intelligent enough to find out how deep that hole is going, but I'm going to tell it to do an additional 1mm past. So just to make sure I get through all my material that I would like to. So we are going to be doing a 50mm depth with an additional of 1mm. And now I can change my depth type. So do I want to cut down to the tip, or do we want to cut down to full diameter? For this particular one, I'm going to do full diameter. Now, with this diameter value, this comes in handy if you were doing a spot drill operation. What you can do is you can use a larger spot drill, so we could use like a 12mm spot drill here, and we could tell it to do it right up to a certain diameter size. So it is a nice functionality in there for you guys. So now we have our upper level as well as our drill depth. Now, like I was telling you guys before, if you want full associativity, just go ahead and click on that face there, as well as our bottom face there, which gets our 50mm as well, and now they are fully associative. Technology, we can tell it what kind of cycle. So do we want to use a G81, which is a straight drilling cycle? In this particular one, we'll do a G83. Now, with a G83, it's doing a pecking cycle, and I'm going to tell it to do a, let me get this expanded out here for you guys. And I'm going to tell it that I would like to do a 1mm peck. Happy with that. And everything is set up. Now I can set up my sorting right here. So right now it is by default. And what this will do is it will just go off of how the geometry was picked. So when the engineer drew this part file and he clicked on each individual holes, it will follow that pattern. So let's just kind of see where that is. So right now it's starting on our top left and working over to top right, coming down and then coming over. But if I want to change up that pattern a little bit, I can go to shortest distance, or I can click on advanced and I can give it a specific pattern that I would like to do. So if we're looking for maybe like a zigzag pattern, I can do a zigzag pattern, or I can do an up and down zigzag pattern. And now when I save and calculate it, you can see that we're doing an up-down zigzag pattern that way. So for this particular one, we'll just go ahead and do shortest distance. So we have our geometry set up. We've got our 4 different holes. We've got our tool. We got our levels, as well as we're doing some peck drilling. We'll go ahead and simulate this here. And we'll go ahead and solid verify and slow it down a little bit. And you can see that we're doing a nice peck working its way all the way through the material here. We'll speed this up for you. And now we went down all the way down to that 51 millimeters depth plus the conical cone of that drill bit. So now let's go ahead. We're happy with that. We can say maybe 8 millimeter drill holes. Save and calculate. And that's it for the drilling operation. Very simple and easy. Stay tuned for lesson 6 on the slot operation.